Hello everyone. We are here in the North Lot and we have been doing a lot of enforcement action up here. So we're going to talk a little bit about the North Lot and explain what's going on. First, let's go back a little bit and talk about a little bit of North Lot history. Maybe 12, 15 years ago, we did not allow any cars in the North Lot. As you know, parking is very, very tight here in the market. So we basically had to allow these guys to park their personal cars in the same spot that they park their truck in. And everyone is assigned to a parking spot. You need two things to come into the North Lot. You need a valid RF tag. We charge $10 a month for the RF tag. And you need a North Lot parking decal. And this car has both. He's good to go. Now, if you don't pay your fee for your parking decal or your RF tag, some people buy it all at one time and other people pay month to month. If you don't pay, Sonia in the ID card window or Belinda in 2A will turn off your tags and you won't be able to come into the North Lot. So some of the problems that we're having now, and you may have seen the list that came from administration about decals that ought to be confiscated. Those are people who are not paying for parking anymore, but they're still coming into the market and they're parking for free. And if you just look at the car, you see the decal, you think everything is okay. What you don't know is that they stopped paying, so administration has turned them off. And that's why a lot of people are getting stuck at the entrance gate. They can't come in. All right. Let's talk about a little bit of history. As I mentioned, many years ago, we did not allow any cars up in here.
Officer Sarge.
But of course, the parking situation being what it is, we had to allow the cars come into the lot. Many years ago, because these folks are buyers, they are buyers, even though some of them may have an office here in the market, they had the white or gray looking buyer decal on their cars and an RF tag. But that was kind of confusing. I mean, did the person really belong here or not? So we stopped issuing the gray tag to the people that park in the North Lot. Everybody, whether it's a car or a truck, now has a red tag. And if you see a car up here with a gray tag, look at the expiration on the date for that tag, because when it's time to renew, he will be issued a red tag instead of a gray tag. Okay, so you might see one or two cars that still have the old gray tag. They're okay if they have the RF tag. All right, so how do we open the North Lot? Well, there's a tablet, and I'm going to go to Central Dispatch and show you guys what that tablet looks like and how to open the gate arms. Okay, everybody, so here we are in Central Dispatch, everybody's favorite post. And we are looking at the tablet that is usually sitting on the side over here in Central. And starting today, you need to use this thing to open up the gate. There is an app called Open. Open up the Open app. And when it opens up, you're going to see that it lists all of the lanes, including MPG and Westgate, and the North Lot, the in gate and the out gate. And from this tablet, you can open up every single one of these gates. So we're going to tap North Lot in, and we're going to tap North Lot RFID, and it's going to say unlock or cancel. Look at the bottom, and it asks you, are you sure you want to unlock North Lot? And you hit yes, I want to unlock the North Lot. And we have just unlocked the North Lot and open the arm. That's it. It's that simple. Once the vehicle class passes, the arm is going to close again. Okay, the time now is 21:45. It is time for the market opening. But look, the arms are down. How are we going to get all of these trucks out of the market? You have several trucks lined up, ready to go, and the arm is down. Are we going to let the arm cycle for each and every truck? No. there's something else that we could do. And I'm going to show you how to hold the arm open manually for the market opening. Okay, all of the company vehicles, whether they are maintenance or public safety, have RF tags. So basically, you're going to take your company vehicle and you are going to approach the arm. And the arm is going to open for you. And there it goes. It just opened. Okay, stop. Make sure your vehicle's in park. And we're going to hold this gate open. The way that you hold the gate open is by blocking the safety eye. This device here is a safety eye. And there's the reflector over there. And if you break the beam, the arm will stay open. You take a bag, anything. Just slip it over the safety eye, and that will hold the arm open. Okay, so there's an old bag over here. It's weathered. You see the duct tape wrapped around it. And we put that over the safety eye. And guess what? This arm will not come down. It will stay open. It will stay open until you remove it. So that is how we hold the arm open for the opening of the north lot. And as soon as the opening is concluded, you take the cover off and the arm goes back to normal operation, one vehicle at a time. If I haven't mentioned it before, just as an aside so you know, the people with the RF tags, their RF tag for their car also works in lane 1. So if you see someone with a red decal and an RF tag come through lane 1, that's authorized. That's how it should be. But they can't bring their trucks through. They can only bring their personal cars through. And that makes it just a little bit easier for the toll collectors. And speeds up that line a little bit more during the day. Okay, just wanted to let you guys know that also. Okay, so we're back in the north lot. And we have put flyers on everyone's truck, letting them know that they must have a valid RF tag on their truck. Now, as we mentioned before, some of these folks pay month to month, and they've been turned off. And if you're looking at the decal on the truck, you have no way of knowing that. Look at this decal. This decal expires in 2027. But let's say he stops paying and he gets turned off. Well, you as an officer in the field would have no way of knowing that. What the administration is now doing is they're starting to send out the list, once again, of all of the people who have been turned off for non-payment. So we're going to make sure that that list is available to the supervisors and it gets down to the officers. Also, Sonia in 2A, she sells the decals and the ID cards. And Belinda is accounts receivable. So she manages these accounts. And when they fall into arrears, she lets Sonia know and we turn them off. So we're going to make sure you guys are kept abreast and are informed of who's valid, who's not. And we're going to get an updated list of the assigned parking spaces so you know who belongs where. Okay? We want to keep you guys informed of that. As you're writing your violations up here, what you're looking for is a valid, unexpired decal. And you want to make sure that the person actually belongs here. And when we get the list of the assigned parking space updated, you'll know where they really belong, because some of these folks will park in other people's spots. And that too is a violation. You're not supposed to park in someone else's spot. And remember, that one spot is for the car and the truck. So you can't park your car in your neighbor's spot simply because your neighbor's not there at that time. Okay, I think that just about covers it for the north lot. If you have any issues, of course, with the flight supervisor, you can always call me and we'll work it through. As you know, in this place, you always see something new. You think you've seen it all, and somebody else will do something, which was a problem in the past because because when we allowed people to come in by swiping ID cards, we found out that the drivers were swiping and borrowing, lending their ID cards out to other people so that unauthorized people could come into the lot. That's why we switched to RF tag only, so that only the authorized vehicle can come in and they can't play any more funny games. But still, people are inventive. One of the things that people are doing is, instead of buying an RF tag for the car and an RF tag for the truck, they're getting an RF tag and they're putting it on a piece of paper, and then they're carrying it back and forth between the car or the truck. They shouldn't be doing that. The other thing that happens is, if you try to remove the RF tag, it is a thin plastic film. There is a circuit imprinted on that plastic film. If you try to peel the RF tag off the window, you damage the tag and it stops working. They have to go see Sonia and pay $10 for a brand new tag. There's nothing else we can do for them. All right? So that's it for now. Take care.